This is the story, the fantastically true story of Herbert A. Philbrick, who for 9 frightening years did lead 3 lives. Average citizen, high-level member of the Communist Party, and counter-spy for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. For obvious reasons, the names, dates, and places have been changed, but the story is based on fact. You're about to see the Communist Party's complete disregard for human rights as they effect their plan of sabotage.
Wake up. It's Saturday.
I know. Go away, Dale.
I'm not Dale.
Go away, Connie. Don't tell me, let me guess. Sandy. Leslie. Brenda. That's all there isn't any more.
Don't you remember? I'm Betty Jean.
You're in the wrong house, Betty Jane. You live down the street. Go pester your own daddy.
I can't. He's on the road.
Lucky daddy. It's Saturday morning. I want to sleep.
But Uncle Herb, you promised.
I did?
When Dale and the other girls went to their grandpa's farm and I didn't have anyone to play with, you promised that the very first Saturday you were off work, you'd take me to the zoo.
I promised that? Well, I guess if I promised... Look, Betty Jean, you don't want to go to the zoo all day. You'd get bored. Why don't we just wait till after lunch, and then we'll go to the zoo? You're sure I said the very first Saturday?
Uh-huh.
Oh. 2 against 1, huh? Ganging up on me, huh? Okay, I'm licked. Didn't anybody ever tell you gals it's unfair to gang up on a man, especially on Saturday morning? Herbert A. Philbrick. Idiot, first class. Yeah. Not enough, I got 5 kids of my own. I have to volunteer.
You dropped this, Uncle Herb.
Oh, thanks. That's some sketches.
The new campaign, Herb?
Yeah.
Can I see them? Can I, Uncle Herb?
Now, look here, young lady. If you're going to have a date with me, you go home and get dressed. I'll have you know that all the women that are seen with Herbert A. Philbrick are scrumptious.
Okay. You know, Uncle Herb, you're sensational.
So Dick Masters' kid thinks you're sensational. Maybe she'd change her mind if she got a good look at this. New campaign, all right, but an old client. The Communist Party of the United States. Pretty careless that time. That's the trouble with leading a triple life. You've got to be like an elephant. You can't ever forget. See if he's hungry, huh? Oh, yeah, I think he'll take it. Come here. Come here. There he is. He's a nice fellow, isn't he? He wants more.
Good afternoon, Herbert. We received your message.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Nettleton. Or should I say comrade?
Considering our surroundings, I think we may dispense with formalities. May I see the sketch, please?
Oh, yes. Yes, here it is.
Not bad.
No, around the office, they call me a genius.
Do they?
Uncle Herb, look, I got a prize. Look.
Hey, so you did. By golly. Mrs. Nettleton, this is my little neighbor, Betty Jean Masters.
How do you do?
Very well, my dear. Thank you.
I bet I could sell it for 10 cents.
Yeah?
My, you're quite a little capitalist, aren't you?
Huh?
Betty Jean, why don't you take the rest of that and go up there and see if the monkeys are hungry, huh?
Okay, Uncle Herb. Glad to have met you, Mrs. Nettleton.
Very charming, Herbert. I assume that she attends the local public schools.
Yes, as a matter of fact, she's in the same class with my daughter, Dale.
One can hardly expect to get the proper progressive attitudes from such institutions. You really should do something about getting her into Pocanino.
Pocanino?
Yes, the Pocanino Clubs, a new national organization for girls from 7 to 9, offering exercise, recreation, and suitable instruction.
You mean like the Campfire Girls or the Girl Scouts?
In time, Pocanino will completely replace those reactionary groups. Pocanino has the financial backing of the Northwich Foundation.
Northwich? I thought they were reactionary.
The program of Pocanino is, I assure you, entirely progressive. The local club meets 3 afternoons a week in Wooddale Park. I should have thought your own daughters were already members.
Well, you see, they're not in town. They're in the country spending their vacation with my father-in-law.
A pity. However, I suppose they can make up for lost time once school takes up.
Yeah, sure.
However, I think you ought to speak to Betty Jean's mother immediately.
Well, that's just it. She doesn't have a mother. She hangs around our house most of the time playing with our kids. Her father's on the road a lot. He's a salesman.
So much the better. You shouldn't have any problems with him then. Believe me, Herbert, Pocanino fills a definite need. Times are changing. Girls of Betty Jean's generation will not grow up to be kitchen slaves and household drudges. They must take their places in the trenches and in the factories. Don't you agree?
Yeah, sure.
Well, think it over, Herbert. I shall be very pleased to hear that you have brought us Betty Jean.
You know what that means, Philbrick? That means the party will be interested. Matter of fact, so will Special Agent Jerry Dressler of the FBI.
You interested in some salvage, mister?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, step right over here. Got your call, Herb. What's up?
What's the FBI got on an organization known as the Pocanino Club?
Well, not very much. Some kind of a new outdoor girls self-reliance organization. Just started up here in several other cities. They plan to go national. They have a tie-in with the Northwich Foundation.
Yeah, Northwich. I thought that was a clean outfit.
Well, they are, as far as I know.
Then why do the comrades want me to recruit my neighbor's kid into the Pocanino clubs?
Well, thanks, Herb. We'll check on it.
One break, my own brood is up in the country visiting Eva's folks. I'll just tell the comrades that Betty Jean's father wouldn't convince.
Suppose he would?
He can't if I don't talk to him.
Suppose you do.
You serious?
It's up to you, Herb. It's pretty hard to pin down an operation like this from the outside looking in.
Now, look, Jerry, I'm in this thing all the way. I'll go just as far as I can. You know that. I've proved it. My gosh, Betty Jean's just a kid. She's only 8 years old.
Yeah, I know.
If it were my own child, it'd be different, but somebody else's...
Do you think it would be worth a talk with her father?
I don't know, Jerry. I just don't know.
This part of our tribal area contains the arts and crafts people. Go on with your work, girls. Art, to the girls of our tribe, isn't just something to look at. It's something to do and something to use. And, of course, it's integrated into the overall club program. Say, Betty Jean, how would you like to have a pair of real Indian moccasins?
Gee, you think I could?
Sure. You can make them yourself. All you need is to take a piece of leather like this, make a couple of cuts, fold it right, and... Here, give me your shoe. We'll measure.
Well, I guess Betty Jean's going to fit right in.
I guess so. I don't know, Herb. It seems fine, wonderful. But...
Well, Dick Masters was real enthusiastic about leaving her here.
Yes. Well, I'm pretty young to be going in for intuition. But when it's not even your own child, the responsibility's so doggone big. She does seem to like it.
I think this feather will be becoming to Betty Jean. Don't you, Mrs. Philbrick?
Yes, I'm sure it will.
I think she's going to be one of our outstanding girls. Believe me, Mrs. Philbrick, a program like ours can work wonders. Why, I'll bet that in just the time between now and when school starts, we'll make Betty Jean into an entirely different little girl.
Aunt Eva!
Yes.
Hi, Aunt Eva.
Hi, Betty Jean. Home from the tribe meeting?
Uh-huh. Want to buy some cookies, Aunt Eva? All us Indian maidens are selling them. The money goes for a good cause.
What cause, Betty Jean?
Oh, you know, to help the oppressed like the Indians and the people who lose their jobs because they won't tell who they voted for. You know.
Yes, I know. Betty Jean, what else has your club been doing these days, outside of selling cookies?
Oh, lots of things.
For instance?
Well, this afternoon, we went down to the creek and Jeanette...
Miss Lincoln.
Uh-huh. She showed us how to pan gold and told us all about the gold rush and the 49ers and how the big fat capitalists back east started the whole thing so there wouldn't be any depression. And they could go on having sweatshops and getting rich. I didn't know that was the way the gold rush started. Did you, Aunt Eva?
No, dear. As a matter of fact, I didn't.
That's Uncle Herb, I bet you.
Look, Betty Jean, don't you think you better go on home and get cleaned up? It's almost time for dinner.
Okay. What about the cookies?
Well, we'll see about the cookies.
Okay. You aren't mad at me, are you, Aunt Eva?
No, dear. I'm not mad at you.
Hi there, Betty Jean.
Hi, Uncle Herb. Want to buy some cookies? Only 50 cents.
Well, let me see. Yeah, you got yourself a deal.
Bye, Uncle Herb.
Bye. Hi, honey. Hey, is this any way to greet the father of your 5 children? Something the matter?
Just tired. It's been a hot day. Herb, that club that Betty Jean's joined, who did you say recommended it?
Well, just some friends.
Friends, Herb, or comrades? Herb, I want to talk to you.
Okay, honey. Let's talk. Look, Eva, I know what you're going to say, but...
No, Herb, I don't think you do know.
Look, honey, I should have told you in the first place. I would have, except that...
Except that you knew how I'd feel?
Yeah, I guess I did.
Helen Masters was one of my best friends. Betty Jean's, well, practically like one of our own children. Suppose it had been one of our own, Herb. Connie, Dale, or Sandy. Would it have made any difference?
Under the circumstances, no. No, it wouldn't.
I see. All right, Herb. I've made up my mind.
And?
Betty Jean's quitting that club this afternoon. You can give your friends any excuse you like, but today's her last day.
Eva, we can't do that. You know what the comrades would think.
Maybe I don't care what they think.
But, Eva, it isn't just Betty Jean. It's... Well, a thing like this could It could corrupt hundreds of kids, maybe thousands.
Hundreds of kids, maybe thousands, Herb. But Betty Jean Masters calls me Aunt Eva. She calls you Uncle Herb.
What are we going to tell Dick Masters?
Ever think of trying the truth? I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided yet. But I'm thinking that come Monday, I'll call the mother of every girl in that tribe.
Eva, you can't do that. You wouldn't do it.
Sure of that, Herb?
Well, they wouldn't believe you. Why should they believe you?
I don't know. Maybe I could tell them about my husband. About how he leads a triple life.
Eva, you don't mean that.
Yes, I think I do.
Well, that'd mean the end of everything I've worked for.
I know that, Herb.
The installment payments on freedom aren't cheap, Eva. Somebody's got to pay them.
Sure. Sure they do. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. And women and children. Remember the Maine. Remember the Minutemen. Do your bit. Don't count the cost. Make any sacrifice. Even somebody else's child.
Eva, let's stop this. You're upset. You're excited.
And scared. You left out scared. Go on, Herb. You'll be late for the office. Go on.
Yeah. How do these 1x12s look to you?
They're kind of green. Got troubles, Herb?
Plenty. Eva found out about the Pocanino clubs.
Oh, how'd she take it?
She didn't. She wants Betty Jean pulled out today.
Think she might change her mind?
Not a chance.
Then you better do what she says.
Well, what do we do about the clubs? Just leave them sitting there?
Look, Herb, we're in the business of conspiracy wrecking, not home wrecking. We'll figure it out some other way.
May not be necessary.
Why?
As of Monday morning, Eva says she's going to call every mother of every kid in the tribe, give them the facts about it. If that doesn't do the trick, she's going to give them the facts about me.
Wow. Do you think she will?
I don't know. I've never seen Eva like this. I guess this whole thing has been tougher on her than I realized.
Sure. You want me to talk to her, Herb?
No, the way she feels about everything, including me, I think it might do more harm than good.
You know best. Monday, that's pretty close. Do you think you might stall her on that end for a few days?
I don't know. I'll give it a try. Well, thanks, Jerry. I knew you'd understand.
Sure. I got a wife, too, you know. See you.
Look, Eva, we can at least talk about it, can't we? Can't we work something out as though the kid had lost interest in the club and just drifted away? Oh, Eva, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Are you?
Well, good afternoon, Herbert. So glad to see you. And this must be Mrs. Philbrick. I'm so glad to meet you, my dear. Herbert, you never told me you had such a lovely wife.
Oh, didn't I, Mrs. Nettleton?
I hope you'll stay for a while, both of you.
Well, as a matter of fact, Mrs. Nettleton, we only came because of Betty Jean Masters.
Oh, of course. A lovely child. One of our most apt Indian maidens. She'll be a full-feather princess in no time. Her table is just at the end of the line. You'll stay for a few moments, won't you, Herbert?
Well,
I'm afraid you don't understand,
Pardon
Mrs.
me,
Nettleton.
dear,
We
if I
only...
take your husband just for a moment. It'll only be for a moment, I assure you. I'm so glad you could stay, Herbert. We're expecting a guest this afternoon. A rather special guest.
Oh, anybody I know?
Possibly. I'm not sure, Comrade. I've been told it may be a representative from the review board.
The secret police.
I'm so glad you brought Betty Jean. She's our best child. She's sure to make a good showing.
Is that so important?
Of course. This club is a kind of pilot project. If we get high echelon approval, by this time next summer, we'll have clubs like this all over the country.
I see.
I mustn't keep you from your charming wife any longer. Well, my dear, here he is, safe and sound.
Mrs. Nettleton, I think I should make perfectly clear why Herb and I have come today.
What my wife means, Mrs. Nettleton, is that we don't believe we should upset the normal routine of the camp. We believe in adults being seen but not heard.
Well, a wonderful adage. However, I'd be delighted to have you stay and see the program, especially since you're so interested in its end.
Well, we'd be happy to cooperate, for Betty Jean's sake.
This is a model of a real covered wagon. It was used by the pioneers over a century ago when there were real Indians. Now, which one of you can tell me the name of this part of the covered wagon? Betty Jean?
That's called the wagon, Miss Tom.
Quite right.
Just a man in a brown suit. Doesn't much look like a secret policeman, but then they never do. Comrade Nettleton has her information. How'd she get it? Who knows? Everybody spies on everybody else. That's what it's like, living in a conspiracy.
Now, Betty Jean, you say these covered wagons were used by the pioneers.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember why the pioneers had to come to the West?
Oh, lots of reasons, I guess.
Wasn't it because of the conditions under which they had to live in the East? What kind of conditions were those, Betty Jean?
What's going on?
Well, Betty Jean, why did the pioneers come west?
They came because they wanted to be free.
You mean free from sweatshops and capitalistic oppression, don't you?
Just free. To have some land and live the way they wanted to and maybe get rich. Well, golly, everybody knows what free means, don't they?
That isn't what you learned here at our last tribe meeting, is it, Betty Jean?
I learned it from...
Well?
From my daddy and my Uncle Herb.
Everything's fine now, Philbrick. If the man in the brown suit really is from the review board, you're going to have to answer some questions, and soon. And you'd better have the right answers.
Just a moment, girls.
Eva, darling, don't worry. It's going to be all right.
Oh, but Herb, I'm so scared.
Well,
frightened.
Don't be.
Excuse me. You're with this little girl, aren't you? The one who spoke up just now?
Well, yeah, she doesn't belong to us. She lives down the street from us.
She's quite a kid.
Yes, I guess she is.
It isn't every child who'd have the spunk to stand against that female Politburo that way. Almost forgot. Better introduce myself. The name is Dombey. Arthur Dombey. I'm the attorney for the Northwich Foundation. Heard a few rumors about what had happened to this Pocanino Club thing, but didn't imagine anything this bad. Believe me, as soon as I get in touch with my clients, things will start popping. A lot of kids might fall for a line like that. Of course, not that Betty Jean. No reason to worry about her.
No reason to worry.
I'm glad to have met you. All three of you.
Well, same here.
Who told him? How did he get here?
I don't know. I got a hunch, though, the initials are FBI.
I see he spoke to you, too.
That's right.
What a rotten, frightful piece of luck. We should have recognized him the minute he walked in. An obvious capitalistic hireling.
Yeah, it was a tough break, all right.
I didn't know. You didn't know. But that Betty Jean...
Well, comrade, I can explain about that.
Well, it's perfectly obvious. She was the only intelligent person here. She knew that informer the minute she looked at him, and quite correctly concealed her true attitude to shield you. A magnificent little conspirator. As a matter of fact, I'm quite proud of her.
As a matter of fact, so am I.
Yeah, I guess we're both proud of her. The Northwich Foundation withdrew its financial support, and the communist-dominated girls' clubs were discredited and subsequently dissolved. Next week, we'll bring you another story from the files of Herbert A. Philbrick, citizen, communist, counter-spy.